All right. So, hi everyone. Very good evening. I hope you all are doing good. You all are safe at your places. So, I welcome everyone on our another video, which is on very important scheme that we have. That is Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik Udan scheme. So, whenever we talk about this particular scheme, I tell my aspirants a lot many times because since past from the past 6 months, this is the particular scheme which has been repeated very frequently. So that is the reason Udan scheme plays a huge important role when it comes about your preparation and about your examination as well. Now, since it is linked with what it is linked with our civil aviation sector, let's not consider civil, it's just related to our aviation sector. So it becomes very important, as what is the main agenda of the scheme. So the government says that as there is increase in the population and people are getting employed, they are jumping further steps further, as in that if there is a poor individual, their children has started working somewhere, now they have shifted towards what they've shifted towards, maybe lower middle income man. So now with the increase, or with the migration as well, people are just migrating right from one place to another. For example, if there is any individual who has got job, who's just living in the north area, let's consider in Rajasthan. Now that particular individual has got job in Kerala, or somewhere, let's consider Pune. So that individual will travel, will prefer traveling through what, will prefer traveling through airplane or something. But when I talk about we have other modes as well, we have train facilities also available with us. But aviation sector, या फिर when I talk about the airplanes, basically this gives us easiness. Of course जो टाइम है वो कम लगता है, बट यहाँ पे एक जो ऑब्स्टिकल आता है वो क्या है, दैट इज ऑफ कॉस्ट, राइट? So government is focused on it. Government wants to provide aviation opportunities, या फिर travel opportunities in airplane to those individuals also who are wearing what, who are wearing Hawaii chappals. That is the main aim, that is the main agenda of the government of India under Udan initiative, to make airplane facilities affordable as well as accessible to each and every individual who is wearing हवाई चप्पल. As in, I'm not specifically talking about those individuals कि अच्छा जिन्होंने हवाई चप्पल पहनी होगी सिर्फ वही जाएंगे, नहीं. हवाई चप्पल मीन कि here we are talking about a middle income man. Now, what are the rest of the things which are associated with it? So यहाँ पे one of the major objective of this particular scheme is that even that we want to specifically focus on the tier 2 as well as tier 3 cities and the rural areas as well. अब जब मैं इन cities की बात करूंगी, so यहाँ पे मैं किन की बात कर रही हूँ? I am here talking about the underserved areas along with unserved areas. Okay, along with unserved areas. Now you would ask me a question, ma'am, what are underserved areas as well as unserved areas? So here comes the role of resources. Okay, here comes the role of resources. If there is any area which has less resources, but of course if resources are reached out there, a connectivity can be improved, there can be increase in the infrastructure as well, and there can be an improvement and development in the entire area. That is considered as a part of what, underserved area, कि कुछ resources वहाँ पे available है, but बहुत सारी चीजें अभी भी हमें develop करने की need है. Then we have unserved areas. अब similarly जो resources है, they come into play here. Unserved areas are those areas which do not have any connectivity, which do not have any advanced infrastructure there. Of course, जो basic facilities हैं, सिर्फ उन्हीं के ऊपर ये लोग जो है वो रह रहे हैं. Now, one of the objective of Udan's scheme here is that they want to increase the connectivity of these areas. To increase the connectivity of what? To increase the connectivity of one, tier 2 cities, tier 3 cities, including your rural areas as well. Okay, this is the main objective, to increase what? To increase the connectivity. So it's a kind of infrastructure development, right? It's a kind of infrastructure development that is there. अब कनेक्टिविटी देखो कैसे इंक्रीज होगी, जब हम एयरपोर्ट्स जो है वो ओपनिंग करना शुरू कर देंगे उनके, ठीक है? जब हम एयरपोर्ट्स बनाना शुरू कर देंगे, सो वहां से क्या होगा कि अच्छा, अब देयर इज एनी इंडिविजुअल who want to travel somewhere, अब उसके घर के आसपास जो है वो एयरपोर्ट फैसिलिटीज जो है वो नहीं अवेलेबल है, सो उसको क्या करना पड़ता है, बहुत लंबा ट्रैवल करना पड़ता है किसी और, मे बी दिल्ली, मे बी चंडीगढ़, मे बी एनीवेयर एल्स, दैट पर्टिकुलर इंडिविजुअल हैज टू ट्रैवल फॉर लॉन्गर आवर्स just to reach out to the airport so that it can avail the further flights that are there. So government wants to reduce this gap that is there. Government wants to increase the connectivity. That is the reason we have Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik, to make aviation services affordable as well as accessible to those individuals who are wearing Hawaii chappals. That is the main aim of the government of India, right? Now, if you want to join my, if you have any doubts regarding your preparation of the subject of the paper you are preparing for, this is my channel, which is Economy with Payal, my Telegram channel. Of course, if you want, you can just join it, right? Now the our Shri Narendra Modi ji says that my dream is to see people who wears Hawaii chappal to fly on the Hawaii Jahaz. So you see the connectivity, it has directly connected, when I talk about the normal life, when I talk about the normal people, middle income man, so it is his dream also to travel in the airplane someday, right? It is one of the major dream that every parent has, that every middle income man has. Now the main agenda of the government of India here is that government itself says, Prime Minister Modi ji itself says that I want to see those individuals who are wearing Hawaii chappal, I want them to see to fly on the Hawaii Jahaz. So this is how they have linked with it. So the linkage, perfectly suits here. Now the criteria itself is clear. Connecting India one flight at a time, right? So what does, when I talk about the introduction, so here comes two parts. Okay, here comes two parts. So सबसे पहले you have to remember कि इसका जो launch हुआ था, that was in the month of October. बट अप्रैल में क्या हुआ था, अप्रैल में फर्स्ट फ्लाइट यहाँ पे लॉन्च हुई थी. ओके, फर्स्ट फ्लाइट वाज राइट फ्रॉम व्हाट, फ्रॉम शिमला टू दिल्ली. ठीक है, फ्रॉम शिमला टू दिल्ली, एंड दिस वाज लॉन्च इन द ईयर ऑफ व्हाट, दिस वाज लॉन्च इन द ईयर ऑफ 2016. And we see that we have already completed many years. We are now towards what we have completed 10 years, we have completed 9 years by itself. Now we have stepped into what we have stepped onto the 10th year. So this is what it is. So 9th year has been completed जब मैं launch की बात करूँ. So अक्टूबर में इसके 9 years launch के complete हो गए थे. अप्रैल में इसके किसकी completion हुई थी, अप्रैल में completion हुई थी first flight की. So अप्रैल में जो 9 years complete हुए थे वो किसके हुए थे, जब इन्होंने first flight भरी थी उड़ान की. Okay, this thing is clear to everyone that it aims to make air travel accessible as well as affordable for the common man. This is how Narendra Modi ji has linked with it, those individuals who are wearing Hawaii chappal, right? He wants to see them traveling in Hawaii Jahaz. Okay, this is what is the area here. Now the connectivity that I have already told you कि जो connectivity है हम उसमें improvement करने की बात कर रहे हैं. We want to make connectivity in the areas, specifically your tier 2 as well as your tier 3 cities. Okay, now it is implemented by this aviation, your civil aviation. And what is the vision here? Affordable flying in every Indian citizen wearing, even those who are wearing Hawaii chappals. Now first flight I've already told you that 27th of April 2017 को इसने first flight जो है वो उड़ान भरी थी. Now there has been completion of 8 years here. Okay, there has been completion of 8 years here. So I've written it wrong, sorry. यहाँ पे जो 9 years की completion हुई है वो अक्टूबर में है, so of course next year है तो 8 years हो जाएगा. Okay, तो 8 years की जो completion है वो कहाँ पे होती है, जो उन्होंने first flight भरी थी right from Shimla to Delhi, that 8 years has been completed here. Now what are the key achievements? This is very very important. Maybe a question can be asked. Okay, maybe a question can be asked in the pattern of case study. Okay, maybe they can give you one case study, very well framed case study in which they want to ask you about this particular initiative, and maybe they can give you data as well. So it is very important that you go through this data and learn it properly. So operational जो routes हैं वो कितने हैं, 625 उड़ान routes are there. Connected airports कितने हैं, so 20 are there. Passengers benefited जो है वो कितने हुए हैं, so it is 1.49 crore plus. Now airports, it's specifically in India, so it has increased right from 74. That was the case of 2014. Now we have 159, the case of 2024. वायबिलिटी गैप फंडिंग, सो इट फोकसेस टू थिंग्स, ठीक है। या तो उनको जो है वो बेनिफिट्स दे दिए जाएंगे, या तो उनको किस तरीके से बेनिफिट दिया जाएगा, वाया वायबिलिटी गैप फंडिंग। ना वायबिलिटी गैप फंडिंग इज व्हाट, कि अच्छा एक कोई इनिशिएटिव लिया है किसी ने, अब जो वो इनिशिएटिव है ना, दैट इज व्हाट, दैट इज इकोनॉमिकली वायबल, ठीक है, दैट इज इकोनॉमिकली वायबल, कि अगर talking in perspective of the economy, it will give boost to our entire economy and to the sector itself. बट कहीं ना कहीं जो फाइनेंशियल चीजें हैं वो उतना सूट नहीं कर रही है, उतना सेट नहीं बैठ रही है, तभी फाइनेंस इज वन ऑफ द ऑब्स्टेकल्स हियर। सो इट इज इकोनॉमिकली वायबल, बट यहाँ पे कहीं ना कहीं फाइनेंस में दिक्कत आ रही है। सो द गवर्नमेंट सेज इफ यू आर going from the situation, if you are having problem related to finance, we are here to help you out, okay, that is your viability gap funding. So it is following this route, okay. What is the core objective? Firstly, to increase the connectivity. It's a kind of infrastructure that is there, okay, it's a kind of infrastructure that is there. Now how we are going to improve it? Making airfare affordable, okay, making airfare affordable in a manner. Now it will enable economic integration of remote and underserved areas as well. Now along with the underserved areas, you can connect it with the unserved areas also, okay, unserved areas also. Now what is the implementation model? So it is completely market driven, one thing, and it is how financial support is provided to them. सबसे पहले तो I told you कि या तो उनको directly help मिल जाएगा, या तो उनको viability gap funding के द्वारा help मिलेगा, financial support to the airlines, okay. Then we have fare cap as well. Fare cap जो है, एयर फेयर कैप जो है, उसको क्यों मेंटेन करके रखा गया है? जस्ट फॉर दिस थिंग दैट इट इज बिकमिंग अफोर्डेबल एज वेल एज एक्सेसिबल to those individuals who are wearing हवाई चप्पल्स. नाउ स्टेक होल्डर सपोर्ट एंड जो इंसेंटिव्स है गवर्नमेंट उनको कैसे प्रोवाइड कर रही है? बिकॉज वन क्वेश्चन हियर इज दैट ऑल्दो दिस इज वन ऑफ द वेलफेयर स्कीम व्हिच इज देयर फॉर द कॉमन मैन, कि यहाँ पे जो गवर्नमेंट ने इनिशिएटिव क्या लिया है कि हमें जो एयर फैसिलिटीज हैं, फिर जो एविएशन सेक्टर है, उसको हमें अफोर्डेबल बनाना है ना, उसको हमें अफोर्डेबल बनाना है. नाउ दिस इज वन ऑफ द इनिशिएटिव्स व्हिच हैव बीन टेकन बाय द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया. नाउ व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट द प्राइवेट प्लेयर्स दैट आर देयर, उनका मेन एजेंडा क्या है? प्रॉफिट मेकिंग, है ना. अब जब गवर्नमेंट ने इनिशिएटिव ले ही लिया है कि हमें जो है वो एयर फेयर कैप जो है वो हमें मेंटेन करके रखना, हमें एक कैप जो है एक सीलिंग लगानी है वहां पे, जहाँ पे आप उनको क्या करोगे, बहुत मिनिमल चार्ज करोगे. अब देखो अगर मैं डायरेक्टली इसको प्राइवेट कंपनीज के साथ लिंक करूँ तो ये तो उनका कहीं ना कहीं नुकसान हो जाएगा. बिकॉज देखो एयर फेयर में तो देयर इज नो कमी, ऑफ कोर्स every day there are a lot many people who are traveling. वो कोई कहीं घूमने जा रहा है, कोई किसी पर्पस के लिए जा रहा है, कोई किसी बिजनेस अपॉर्चुनिटी के लिए जा रहा है, कोई किसी मीटिंग के लिए जा रहा है, कोई फैमिली के पास जा रहा है, या फिर कोई अपने लव्ड वंस के पास जा रहा है. So this is what is there. But now government says that I have started one initiative and you have to be with me. Now what are the conditions under which private players also come and be with the government of India? So of course the government of India has to ensure that government is providing them help as well. अगर उनको कुछ ना कुछ कहीं ना कहीं इंसेंटिव्स हम प्रोवाइड करेंगे, उनको कहीं ना कहीं सपोर्ट प्रोवाइड करेंगे फाइनेंशियली, बिकॉज वो भी कहीं ना कहीं लॉस पे आ जाएंगे. जहाँ पे वो एक टिकट का they were charging 9 to 10,000. Now since a cap has been maintained here, they have to reduce the prices for specific group also. So what happens here, that specific incentives as well as support is provided to those individuals who are the airport operators and who are providing them facilities basically. So when I talk about the airport operators, so jo landing and jo parking charges hote, that has been waived here. AI waives what? Terminal navigation landing charges. And when I talk about your route navigation and facilities charges, that is there. Now here AAI, I'm talking about the aviation sector here, okay. तो यहाँ पे भी उनको डिस्काउंट मिलना शुरू हो जाएगा. Now when I talk about the central government, what exactly it is providing. So जो excise duty है, it has been capped at 2% at what? At the RCS airports. One second. At the RCS, airports for the for the time of 3 years. Okay, then you have promotion of the code sharing between airlines as well, so that we can increase the area here and we can increase everything. Okay, that is related to communication sector. Then you have state governments as well. State governments कैसे contribute कर रही हैं? So again, ATF as well as VAT जो है उनको reduce कर दिया गया है to 1% or less than for or less for 10 years. Okay, then you have provision of security and fire and utility services as well that is to provided at the concessional rates. Then here are the objectives. So when I talk about objectives, so सबसे पहले तो it enhances what? Air connectivity. Okay, connectivity is one of the objectives here, right? Second objective is what? Makes air travel affordable. So affordability. ठीक है, देन यू हैव, अगर हम उसको अफोर्डेबल कर देंगे तो यहाँ पे जो टूरिज्म है या फिर जो एविएशन सेक्टर है उसमें भी हमें क्या देखने को मिलेगा? ग्रोथ देखने को मिलेगी. सो ऑफ कोर्स ग्रोथ इज देयर. ग्रोथ कैसे हो सकती है? जब हमारे टूरिज्म में क्या होगा? बूस्ट होगा. एंड जब टूरिज्म में बूस्ट होगा दिस विल गिव बूस्ट टू आवर इकोनॉमी एज वेल. ज्यादा पैसा बनेगा, राइट? देन यू हैव व्हाट? If we see that aviation sector is growing, of course we will see that there is increase in the employment opportunities as well. Okay, employment opportunities as well. That is the reason we say that since aviation sector is growing, there will be need of more pilots and more air hostesses and other players in the coming period of time. Employment अगर increase होगी, so of course people will spend more, will consume more. This will lead to a spillover effects on the economy, and of course we'll see that there is an increase in the investment as well. Okay, then it integrated it with what? So it strengthens your socio and economic players as well. Okay, then you have, if these all of the things increases, so there will be more investment, and we will see there will be an increase in the PPP as well. Okay, these are the objectives of Udan scheme. Then you have evolution. Since it has been started right from 2016 में भी हमने अक्टूबर में देखा था कि ये जो है वो लॉन्च हुई थी. फिर उसके बाद हमने क्या देखा था? अप्रैल मंथ में क्या हुआ था? इसकी जो फर्स्ट फ्लाइट है, ठीक है, फर्स्ट फ्लाइट है वो उड़ी थी कहां से? शिमला से लेके दिल्ली तक. ठीक है, और इसने अप्रैल में क्या करा था? 8 इयर्स को कंप्लीट करा था. देखो मैंने दो बार रिविजन करवा दिए. अक्टूबर में क्या था? 9 इयर्स जो है वो कंप्लीशन हुए हैं. बट सिंस नाउ वी आर लिविंग इन 2025, व्हाट हैज इट अचीव्ड फ्रॉम 9 इयर्स? सो उड़ान फर्स्ट की अगर मैं बात करूं, उड़ान 1.0 की, सो वो कब हुआ था? 2017 में, बिकॉज first flight was launched in 2017 only in the month of April. So your 5 airline operators have awarded what? It has awarded 128 routes to 170, your 70 of the airports, and it is leading to what? Opening of 36 new airports as well. So यहाँ पे जो 5 airline operators थे ना, it awarded 128 routes to what? Your 70 airports were there. Now new 36 airports were also opened at that particular period of time. 2018 की बात करूं, so यहाँ पे जो हेलीकॉप्टर फैसिलिटी है ना वो फर्स्ट पीरियड ऑफ टाइम पे देखी गई थी. So 2018 is the 1 year. Okay, it added what? It added 73 unserved as well as underserved airports as well, and I've told you the meaning already. Then when I talk about 2019, so it introduced what? It introduced tourism routes, seaplanes, and expanded to northeast region as well. Okay, and when I talk about 4.0 that was there in the year of 2020, so यहाँ पे हमने किसके ऊपर फोकस करना शुरू कर दिया था? We started focusing on hilly region as well, northeast region as well, islands, and helicopters and seaplanes also became a part of it. Then when I talk about 5.5, okay, that was in the year of 2024. So it bids what? It bids bids were there which invited 50 plus water bodies for the seaplane operations. Now we have completed 9 years of Udan. We see there are other opportunities, there are other facilities as well. So उड़ान 5.0 जो है वो अप्रैल के आसपास हमें देखने को मिला था. उड़ान 5.1 is also there, 5.2 is also there, 5.3 is also there, and 5.5 is also there. So under these many you have various things, various data which is associated with it. So यहाँ पे कुछ ऐसा concept नहीं है जो कि आपको अलग से समझाना पड़ेगा. Viability gap funding is also there. This only includes data and you can just go through it. Okay. Now what are the milestones which this particular scheme has achieved? So 625 routes have been operationalized. This has connected 90 of the airports including 15 helicopters and 2 water aerodromes as well. 1.49 lakh crore passengers have been benefited out of it. 3 lakh Udan flights have been operated across the country. And airports network jo hai, it has also expanded right from 74 to 159. Okay, 2024 ki agar main baat karu, so 102 new routes have been opened here. Okay, have been launched here, and 62 have been added in 2024-25. When I talk about the viability funding, gap funding, so उसने कितना disburse करा है amount, that is your 4 lakh, okay, 4,023.37 crore. Okay, अब इसका जो मेन फोकस है वो किसके ऊपर है? इट हैज मेन फोकस ऑन द डेवलपमेंट पार्ट एज वेल, सिंस इट इज वन ऑफ द वेलफेयर अपॉर्चुनिटीज दैट गवर्नमेंट इज प्रोवाइडिंग. सो यू हैव टू डायरेक्टली लिंक इट विद व्हाट? यू हैव टू डायरेक्टली लिंक इट विद द डेवलपमेंटल पार्ट. ओके, सो यहाँ पे टूरिज्म तो इज वन ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्टिव्स हियर, ठीक है, बट अलॉन्ग विद दैट इट इज ऑल्सो फोकसिंग ऑन ट्रेड, ठीक है, इट इज ऑल्सो फोकसिंग ऑन व्हाट? हेल्थ केयर एक्सेस. Okay, tourism, that is also there, and improve in the air connectivity as well. Okay, improvement in the air connectivity as well. So these are the many developmental initiatives which this particular initiative has taken. Now since we have moved towards, we are done with the 9 years. So जब 9 year जब हमने complete कर रहे थे हम, so we had seen that there are new improvements in this particular scheme. सबसे पहले तो उड़ान यात्री कैफेज. अब वी ऑल नो कि जो हमारे एयरपोर्ट पे जो भी खाने वाली फैसिलिटीज होती है वो बहुत महंगी होती है, ठीक है, जो नॉर्मल इंडिविजुअल है वो उसको परचेज भी नहीं कर सकता. तो यहाँ पे चीजें अफोर्डेबल बनाने के लिए, चीजें एक्सेसिबल बनाने के लिए गवर्नमेंट ने क्या करा है? इट हैज मेड फूड अफोर्डेबल. अब यहाँ पे जो समोसा है या फिर जो टी है, टी आपको मिलेगी सिर्फ 10 रुपए की. यू विल नेवर फाइंड टी एट 10 रुपी एट एयरपोर्ट, for 10 रुपी at airport. Then you have samosas. So जो समोसा है वो कितना रहेगा उसका रेट? Just 20 rupees. Okay. And of course government is bearing this burden, so of course it has to give this incentive to that individuals as well, to those individuals. So seaplane operations की अगर मैं बात करूँ, so it ensures what? Safety, security as well as operational viability as well. Now it has been revamped. It has a vision of 2035. Okay. टारगेट यहाँ पे क्या है कि हमें 120 न्यू डेस्टिनेशंस जो है वो अप्रोच करनी है. एम क्या है कि हमें जो 4 करोड़ हमारे जो पैसेंजर्स है इन द नेक्स्ट डेकेड, वी हैव टू मेक एयरलाइंस, वी हैव टू मेक एयर ट्रैवल अफोर्डेबल इन अ मैनर. फोकस किसके ऊपर है? सो फोकस है बाकी रीजन्स के ऊपर, जैसे हमारा रिमोट रीजन्स हो गए, अंडरसर्व्ड अनसर्व्ड एरियाज हो गए, टियर 2 टियर 3 सिटीज हो गई, हिली एंड एस्पिरेशनल डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स हो गए, एंड देन वी हैव नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न रीजन एज वेल. द मेन फोकस इज ऑन इट. कृषि उड़ान स्कीम इज ऑल्सो देयर. सो कृषि उड़ान स्कीम की अगर मैं बात करूँ, सो इट इंक्लूड्स व्हाट? इट इंक्लूड्स रीजनल ट्रेड एज वेल. So it is specifically, as I have already told you, that it is specifically not restricted towards what? Towards tourism only. It has increased its diaspora, it has increased its area, and it is reaching out to each and every sector that we have. तो यहाँ पे पर्पस क्या है कि जो हमारे एग्री प्रोड्यूस लॉजिस्टिक्स होती है ना, उनको बूस्ट करना फॉर द बेटर वैल्यू रिकग्निशन. ओके, कवरेज यहाँ पे कितने हैं? 158 पोर्ट्स आर देयर. प्रायोरिटी फोकस क्या है? 25 करोड़ एंड 33 एडिशनल एयरपोर्ट्स. ओके, टारगेट रीजन हमारे यहाँ पे कौन से हैं? नॉर्थ ईस्ट रीजन इज द वन. Tribal and hilly areas are another. Okay, collaboration, so multiple ministry has converged here. So this is what this is how we are going through. Now what is the objective in the next 5 years? What do we need to achieve? So 50 airports, if 50 okay, the broader objective is what? The broader objective is 2035. Okay, 2035 is the broader objective. बट यहाँ पे अब हमें 5 साल के अंदर अंदर क्या अचीव करना है? सो 5 साल के अंदर हमें अचीव करना है सबसे पहले तो 50 न्यू एयरपोर्ट्स बनने चाहिए. नाउ दिस इंक्लूड्स बोथ ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट्स. ओके, सबसे पहले तो मैंने टॉक अबाउट बित्रा, सो दैट इंक्लूड्स योर ब्राउन फील्ड. But here when I talk about Bihar region, that includes what? Green field projects. ठीक है, and बित्रा में ब्राउन फील्ड प्रोजेक्ट्स के ऊपर हमें जो है वो काम करना है. अब ग्रीन फील्ड प्रोजेक्ट्स कौन से हैं? वो प्रोजेक्ट्स जो कि सबसे पहले मतलब इनिशियल स्टेज है उनकी, उससे पहले उन्होंने कभी भी स्टार्ट नहीं करा था. Then when I talk about brownfield projects, so these are those schemes, these are those projects that we have, which have been already inaugurated, which have already been running, but now government wants to in more invest on it more. So जो न्यू ग्रीनफील्ड एयरपोर्ट्स है वो इनॉग्रेट होंगे बिहार में. एक्सपेंशन जो है पटना पोर्ट एयरपोर्ट का होगा, एंड देन वी हैव डेवलपमेंट ऑफ बिहता एयरपोर्ट एज वेल. इम्पैक्ट इसका क्या पड़ेगा? सो इट हैज इम्पैक्ट ऑन इकोनॉमिक एज वेल एज सोशल बेनिफिट्स एज वेल. सो रीजनल टूरिज्म इंक्रीज होगा, ऑफ कोर्स हेल्थ केयर अपॉर्चुनिटीज में कहीं ना कहीं हमें बेटरमेंट देखने को मिलेगी, डिस्टेंस हमारा रिड्यूस हो जाएगा, एवरीवन विल बी एबल टू अफोर्ड इट. Then when I talk about regional trades, of course that will also be enhanced. So we are focusing on what? Increasing the connectivity of tier 2 as well as tier 3 cities, right? So these are the initiatives, objectives which I have already told to all of you. Now what is the main objective, or what you can write in conclusion? So what has to be mentioned here is that government is continuously working on each and every part, right? चाहे मैं वो पिछड़े कम्युनिटीज की बात करूं, चाहे मैं बात करूं हमारे बीडी वर्कर्स की. लाइक आई गिव एन एग्जांपल ऑफ बीडी वर्कर जस्ट बिकॉज ensuring this thing that they are they are they come under the category of some individual, some group of society which is not considered by most of the people. They are just exempted from each and everything, each and every facility. But now government is focusing on including each and every one, and it is focusing on each and every opportunity that is there. ठीक है. So यहाँ पे जो मेन एम है वो क्या बन जाता है? So main aim, we have new hopes from new India that we have. So today we are living in the new India, and we are making each and everything affordable as well as accessible to the individuals who are living here. So this is one of the this is one of the case study that we have. So a similar kind of question can be asked on it. So the government of India launched the regional connectivity scheme, popularly known as UDAN. Okay, on A, to enhance regional air connectivity, the first UDAN flight took off between Shimla and Delhi on 27th of April 2017 basically, marking the beginning of affordable air travel for the common citizens. Now, as of April 2025, B, UDAN routes have been operationalized, connecting 90 of the airports, including 2 water aerodromes and 15 helicopters, right? Now, this initiative has benefited over 1.49 crore passengers, significantly expanding India's aviation footprint. From just 74 airports, India has now grown it to what number? The amount that has been disbursed as viability funding, gap funding that is there to support airlines in serving remote and underserved areas as well. To enhance the inclusivity, your Udan Yatri cafes were launched at the selected airports, and Krishi Udan was introduced to aid farmers in transporting agri produce via air. Looking ahead, the new, the revamped Udan initiative aims at what? To add 120 new destinations and enable affordable air travel for an addition crore passengers over the next decade, right? Now you have to tell me what is the exact answer of A. Is it A, B, C, D, E? So officially हमने कब देखा था? So officially जो launch हुआ था, that was on in the month of October. So that is your 21st of October 2016. How many flights were operationalized here on April 2025? So we saw that 625 were the specifically talking about what? The numbers here, that is 625. Okay, then you have by 2024 how many airports were operationalized in India. So is it 549? Is it your 148? Is it 120, 134 or 175? Now you have to tell me that what is the exact answer among these many initiatives, among these many options that we have. So the correct answer here is 159. Okay, then how much gap viability fund has been disbursed under UDAN? So again, is it, let me come with the razor so that things are not get worse. Is it A? Is it B? Is it C? Is it D? या फिर is it E? So you have to tell me which one is the exact answer. So correct D, your E one is the exact answer here. Now the revamped Udan scheme, aims to serve how many additional passengers towards the next year? So of course it has an area, it has an objective of 4 crore. All right. So these were the questions, these were the many questions which were associated with this particular scheme. I hope this entire scheme is clear to everyone and this is very, very useful. That is the reason I'm putting asterisk here. Okay. So all right, I'll meet you in the next video. If you'll have any doubt related to the session, you can ask, you can just pin it out in the comment section. And of course, I'll make sure that I'm, answering to your doubt. I would be, loving it if you asked out here. So, all right, I'll meet you in the next one. Till then, take care, bye bye, and keep revising. Thank you.